This video got over 1 million views on YouTube. Most people would expect that to make thousands of dollars, but that wasn't the case for me. This video didn't make anywhere near that. In fact, it only made around $500. So, what happened? In this video, I will explain every factor that affected this video's revenue. By the end, you will understand exactly why it earned so little. So, let's break it down. The biggest reason this video earned so little is actually pretty simple. The first 800,000 views weren't monetized. Yeah, that's a huge deal. Today, this video has over 1.3 million views, but more than half of those views earned me absolutely nothing. So even though the video has over a million views, I only made money from roughly the last 500,000 of them. That's by far the biggest reason why the revenue ended up being so low. If you look at the revenue graph, you can see it's completely flat until April 21st. When I uploaded this video, I had already met all the requirements for the YouTube Partner Program. I had over 1000 subscribers and more than 4000 watch hours. So where was the problem? Why the first 800,000 views weren't monetized? You see, the problem was that I wasn't old enough yet. So even though I qualified for monetization, I had to wait about 5 months until my 18th birthday before I could actually join the program. During that time, I uploaded this video and it started taking off. You can see it gained over 100,000 views in just a single week. To this day, it's still the second fastest growing video I've ever uploaded. If we look at the views on April 21st, the day I got monetized, the video had already reached 792,403 views, almost 800,000 views with zero ad revenue. So before we even talk about RPM, audience or anything else, this video had already lost most of its earning potential. The second reason also had a big impact on my earnings. It especially affected how much I earned from each viewer on average. And that reason is the video length. If your video is 8 minutes or longer, you can place mid-roll ads inside the video. These are ads that appear while someone is watching. The longer the video is, the more opportunities there are to show ads. But my video was not long enough for that. It was just under 5 minutes long. Because of that, there couldn't be any mid-roll ads. The only possible ads were before the video or pre-roll ads and after the video ended or post-roll ads. The problem is that most viewers don't watch a video all the way to the end. So the post-roll ads usually doesn't make big difference. So for many viewers, the only realistic ad opportunity was the ad before the video even started. That's basically the lowest amount of ad opportunities monetized long-form video can have. Now imagine if this exact same video was just a few minutes longer and I could place 1 or 2 ads in the middle. Even one additional ad opportunity per viewer could make a huge difference. The third reason is audience geography. Not every view is for the same amount. Advertisers pay different rates depending on where the viewers come from. As you can see, the largest share of my viewers came from the United States. That's great, because the US is one of the highest paying audiences on YouTube. The UK and Canada also performed really well, but if you add everything up, these higher paying countries made up only a little over 30% of the total views. That means nearly 70% of the views came from countries with much lower advertising rates. If we look at the full list, you can see that this video reached viewers from all over the world. And that actually makes sense. This video didn't have any voiceover or spoken language, so almost anyone could understand it regardless of where they were from. That naturally led to a much more international audience. You can also see that many views came from countries with very low CPM. And there's one more interesting thing. Russia was actually the second biggest country by views. But if we look at the revenue, Russia doesn't appear at all. That's because YouTube currently doesn't serve ads in Russia. So those views generated no ad revenue. So those nearly 70,000 views earned me absolutely nothing. To sum it up, the second biggest source of views couldn't generate ad revenue. Only about 1/3 of the views came from higher paying countries, and most of the audience came from regions with much lower advertising rates. The next reason is the niche. You may have already noticed that even in higher paying countries, the CPM wasn't that high. That's because this video is in the gaming niche, which is generally one of the lower paying categories on YouTube. And no, it's not because advertisers don't like gaming content. It comes down to the audience they are trying to reach. Take finance videos, for example. Finance is one of the highest paying niches on YouTube because advertisers are promoting products like investment platforms, banks, insurance, credit cards, or financial services. Those products are extremely valuable to advertisers, so they are willing to pay much more for each ad impression. Gaming is different. The audience is generally younger and the products being advertised usually have lower advertising budgets. Because of that, advertisers tend to pay less per 1,000 views. Even then, the CPM on this video was still on the lower end for gaming content. Gaming videos can sometimes reach CPMs above $10, especially if they are longer or target higher value audiences. In my case, the relatively low CPM was likely influenced by several factors, including the short length of the video and the fact that it didn't have any voiceover. So the niche had a big impact on how much advertisers were willing to pay, making it another important reason why this video earned much less than people would expect. The last reason is something most creators never even look at: ad impressions. This is a hidden metric inside YouTube Studio, but it's incredibly useful. It tells you how many times ads were actually shown on your video. Because here's the thing, just because someone watches your video doesn't mean they will see an ad. Some viewers won't get an ad at all, while others might see more than one. Now take a look at my numbers. This video has over 1.3 million views, but fewer than 300,000 ad impressions. And there's another metric called monetized playbacks. This tells us how many playbacks actually generated revenue. In my case, that number is only around 250,000. At first, that might sound terrible, but do you remember what I explained earlier? The first 800,000 views happened before the channel was monetized, so those views wouldn't show ads in the first place. Once we take that into account, the numbers make much more sense. Still, even after monetization, not every view generated revenue. That's completely normal, but it's another reason why 1 million views doesn't automatically mean 1 million monetized views. Now, all of these factors come together in one final number: RPM. RPM stands for revenue per mil, or revenue per 1,000 views. It's one of the most important metrics because it tells you how much the creator actually earns for every 1,000 views. And unlike CPM, RPM already reflects everything we've talked about in this video. It reflects the audience, the niche, the video length, when the video became monetized, and all the other factors that affected the revenue. So after everything we've covered, my RPM ended up being just $0.37. Yeah, that's incredibly low for a long form video. I even checked one of my shorts and honestly, this video wasn't earning much more than that. But after looking at all the reasons we've covered, it actually makes sense. Especially when you remember that the first 800,000 views earned absolutely nothing. That alone had a large impact on the final RPM. So, what can we learn from all this? 1 million views doesn't automatically mean thousands of dollars. How much a video earns depends on many different factors. Whether the video is monetized, how long it is, where your audience come from, what niche you are in, and how many ads are actually shown. Two videos can get the exact same number of views and still earn completely different amounts. That's why looking only at the view count doesn't tell you much about how successful a video really was. I hope this video helped you understand how YouTube revenue actually works. If it did, consider subscribing because I will be sharing more real YouTube analytics and data like this in future videos. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I will try to answer as many as I can. Thanks for watching and I will see you in the next one.